Everybody's saying that these kids. Y'all made these dumbass kids. Y'all raised these dumbass kids. Why y'all raise these dumbass kids? Because y'all dumbasses watch dumbass movies like Back to the Future.
I don't think that's why.
That's exactly why.
I don't think that's
why is it then?
I don't think I don't think you can categorize the reason why this generation is soft down to movies.
It's definitely a movie. Okay. This is a hot take from me. I don't care how anybody feels about it. Back to the Future was a crappy movie.
You don't like it?
Huh?
You never seen Back to the Future?
No, not really a fan.
I can't like any movie that's not realistic. Like, I know you
so
guys.
You don't like sci-fi movies? You don't like?
I don't like anything that's not realistic.
Not
you
even
ever
like any of the Marvel movies?
I'll give you a perfect example. I don't know if you ever listened. Maybe when you have a chance, go listen to "The Girl Is Mine" by Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. There's probably no better artists in the world than Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. I didn't like that song. You know why? I didn't believe the girl was either of theirs. They say the girl is mine, the girl is mine. I don't believe y'all. Have you seen them?
Mm-mm.
Like, girl don't want y'all. Like, you know what I mean? It's not believable. I need anything I ever watch to be believable. First of all, Back to the Future is...
Wait, are the Fast and Furious movies believable to you?
Absolutely.
Including the last ones?
Yeah.
Where the car goes up in space?
Why? What? USA went up in space?
And not in the car?
You don't know that. You weren't there.
I've seen videos.
You don't know that.
I still don't believe in the moon landing, bro.
Then you can't believe the Fast and Furious movies are real.
The first two, maybe.
What about Tokyo Drift? Tokyo Drift was believable.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to go do something. Go get a rear-wheel drive car, and I want you to go to Japan in the most crowded area, and I want you to drift while honking and see how many people move out of your fucking way. It would have killed half the fucking people in real life.
You gotta go to Hong Kong. Go to Bel Air.
Pretty much, yeah.
You go to Bel Air. No, but
Hong Kong.
Look, I'm not saying it's like probable. I'm not.
But it's more believable.
It's possible that for one day a miracle happened and everybody got out of the way from a moving car.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Back to the Future doesn't even make sense as a sentence.
And
that's
honestly,
a literal oxymoron.
Who the fuck? Like, who the fuck?
It should be back to the present.
That would make sense.
That would make sense.
Back to the past, maybe? Fuck.
No, because they go to the past and they're saying that they gotta go back to the future. That's called Back to the Future.
Stupid. But yeah, who the fuck drives a car that only goes 88 miles an hour, bro? That's so sad. Like, it
doesn't only go up to 80. It doesn't go 88 miles an hour only. It goes up to 88 miles an hour because after that point, it travels them to the future. Or
well,
to
why
the past.
88?
I don't know. That's the number that they decided on in the movie. I don't know. 88.
What if you fuck up a spark plug and that bitch only goes 85?
Then you can't get to the future or can't
That
get to
sucks,
the past.
man.
You gotta get new spark plugs.
There you go.
What?
So when your car has issues with spark plugs, like it'll have a lot of problems with accelerating and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, what if you fuck up a spark plug in the middle of trying to get back to the future? I guess, and your car only goes 85, not 88. You don't fucked up now.
And I don't get how many of these movies did they make? 3?
3, I think.
How you make 3 of these dumbass movies?
Because a lot of people did like them.
But that's why I'm saying that's what's wrong. And people,
Marty McFly.
That's what's wrong with this generation now. Everybody's saying that these kids. Y'all made these dumbass kids. Y'all raised these dumbass kids. Why y'all raise these dumbass kids? Because y'all dumbasses watch dumbass movies like Back to the Future.
I don't think that's why.
That's exactly why.
I don't think that's
why is it then?
I don't think you can categorize the reason why this generation is soft down to movies.
It's definitely movies.
There could be so many other reasons.
Give me one.
Okay, you could say it's games. You could say it's TV shows.
What games?
What do you call it?
All these games are made from the movies.
No, they're not.
Which one is that?
Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto happened from Gone in 60 Seconds.
No, that just a movie that has a like the other one.
No. Which one came out first?
I don't know.
Gone in 60 Seconds?
Okay. That doesn't mean
that's
that
exactly
they're based on each other.
Oh, it doesn't take a genius to believe to find. Gone in 60 Seconds came out. 2 years later, Grand Theft Auto came out. The maker of Grand Theft Auto clearly got the idea from Gone in 60 Seconds. 2.5, I don't know. to an 88 days, whatever you want it to be.
88.
Yeah, like it don't matter. It's clear everything is based from a dumb movie that they created.
Okay, what's what, you know more about games? I don't know. Call of Duty is based on
Call of Duty is based on
actual
any
war.
military movie ever.
Every military movie ever.
Yeah, but the military movies are based on the
See,
wars.
for me, it's what he's talking about is the games, right? Like I can't play space games. Like a lot of people like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons and like Dragon this and like, oh, like, you know, something. I'm like, bro, I can't play those sci-fi games. It's fucking retarded. Like I'm not gonna use a gun that shoots a laser. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's stupid. Like I like modern day war games or like Grand Theft Auto, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where, you know, shit makes sense. If you got a flying car and you put the window down and shoot with the laser beam, nah, bro. Like I'm not. That game ain't for me. I'm sorry, man. I'm not doing it.
I don't know what game he's talking about.
No, me neither.
Not
But it don't matter.
game.
It don't matter. It's a general game. It's
Okay.
what you're trying to say. No, but put it this way. What was the first? What were the movies that were famous like in the 70s and 80s? Karate movies, right? Bruce Lee and all that stuff. Jackie Chan and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What was the first mega video game? Like the first one that really got people into it?
Tekken.
The first
Street
one was
Fighter?
Street Fighter.
Well,
Then
yeah, Street Fighter, Tekken.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all that stuff. That came from that.
You can do a connection. I mean, it's a correct connection. But let's say it is.
You piss me off again. What you mean it's not a right? It's obviously from that.
You
A
don't
blind guy could see it.
It's not. It's not.
It's exactly how a blind guy could see it.
Okay, so like UFC, right? UFC has games now.
No, but that's different. And that's
No,
not a
that's
movie.
branding. That's different.
Yeah.
But like a general game, like Mortal Kombat, like Street Fighter, comes from karate movies, which were the most popular thing. As soon as they had the technology to create a video game, they created it from the most popular movies they had.
So, what generation of movies are you talking about that created soft kids?
What do you mean? Not the generation of movies that created the dumbass parents who created dumbass kids.
So that wouldn't be the.
We're blaming the kids when you gotta blame the parents. Like
So that would be our generation.
exactly.
So
I'm not calling you a dumbass because you don't have a kid. But the minute you do, if he's dumb, it's your fault.
okay, what? Maybe that's a better question. What constitutes a kid being dumb?
Yo, dumbass. Oh, if you're the daddy.
So again,
I wasn't just calling you a dumbass.
No, I got low key offended for a second.
Okay.
What is the measurement of a kid being a dumbass? Their intelligence,
No.
and then you got to talk about their street intelligence.
Okay, let me be very sensitive when I say this stupid stuff. Cyberbullying. Right?
Okay.
When your kid gets cyberbullied means somebody through a computer is saying mean things to him, right? Which is not good. I'm not saying that's good. Now, if your kid is not happy with what they're saying through that computer and he don't turn the computer off, he a dumbass kid. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
You get it?
Actually, I mean, you don't have to turn off the computer. Everything in the world now has a block button.
No, not only has to block people. I hate when people come in like people. Famous people are kids sometimes now, right? Because they're 21 and they have millions of dollars or millions of followers. Like I don't Instagram and social media. This world I can't handle it. Every single social media app and platform has a log out button.
Mm-hmm.
Hit it, and guess what? None of those people can talk to you anymore. And that's the only thing I could call them. You know what I could call them? Dumbass kids. Do you see any other way to call them?
Yeah, you can call them a lot of other things, but the nice way to say it is dumbass kids.
Dumbass kids. So, do you agree with me?
I don't think it has to do with the movies. No, I don't agree with that.
Man, I hate you, Luis.
Yeah,
What do you think it has to do with it?
I would have to do like more research on what
My
like
God.
if we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty and the actual genesis of why this is happening.
Can I just say something? That story you kind of made us laugh with earlier, you're ruining it.
You can tell me whatever you want. You know why? Because I'm not a dumbass kid who's gonna get sensitive about everything you say. But
And yet you do the segment anyway.
that's because I don't care what you guys think.
Oh, okay.
So if you're going to get into a genesis of why kids nowadays are soft, because that's what it is, they're soft. we have to look at so many other factors.
It's not just that they're
But
soft.
I will agree with you in this part. Parents have a lot to do with it.
Have everything to do. Is it? I think my parents raised a smart, resourceful kid.
I think our parents did.
I guarantee you. I really wholeheartedly believe today I could walk into a hospital, become a doctor.
If you say what you just.
I wholeheartedly believe this. I don't understand. Ray, you explain to me why somebody shows up sick as hell. He starts dying. When he's dying, they get the things right. The
defibrillators.
The things they use for the car, but for the person.
The car jack.
The car jacks. Those things, and they come.
I'm sorry. Rewind. And you saying you could be a
I
doctor.
could be a doctor.
Okay.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
You don't know what a defibrillator is, but
let's see. You show up at 7:00.
Dear
right?
God. Yeah.
You show up at 7:00. I'm not even there. So you in trouble. So, you show up at 7:00. At 7:30, you're like, yo, Ray's dying. And then the doctor comes and clear, bang.
They don't do it after he dies.
Well, he's dying in the moment. Yeah, he's dying, right? He flatlined.
Okay.
And they're like, clear, bang, clear, bang. All right, Ray's back. Dumbasses. As soon as he showed up at 7:30, they did that. Me at 7, I'm bang. You know what I mean?
But you can't do that.
Why not?
Because you die.
They only do that in case you die.
Bro,
Trust me. Fix it. You're doing it when he's dead. If you do it at 7, he be jumping by 7:15.
No, because
he's
if
walking,
you do it,
hey,
signing
listen to me.
the release
before
papers.
that, he can die quicker.
Hey, listen to me real quick. You know what that does, right?
Yeah, it brings people back to life.
No. What it does is
Wait, if you think you did it before that, it like brings it to
Absolutely.
a new dimension, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, if you do it bad, he's like, if he comes with a cough, bang, he's fine.
This would be
He ain't coughing no more.
He's coughing, but
there's
he's doing
a
other
reason
things
why
as well.
they put one here and one here. It sends kinetic energy through your heart down to this one, right? So it jumps your heart. Bro, you know what happens to a heart when you jump it while it's still working?
It turns off.
No.
It's a closed circuit.
Yeah.
No, that's some weak hearts. G hearts? G hearts got it, man. I'm telling you, a G.
With G hearts probably
I
won't.
like to think so.
Yeah,
G
you're a
hearts
G.
probably won't go down in the first place.
Huh?
G hearts won't go down in the first
No.
place.
We're G's, but we're still,
Human.
We're still human. We're still
okay.
sensitive.
Oh, you're
We
sensitive?
still feel.
Okay.
So I think, tell me that's not.
That's not. You hate me?
You're just hating, man. I'm telling you, I have so many theories.
Hey, what did we talk about? Us as friends, we gotta keep it real.
You
Keep it real with me when you tell me I'm a dumbass. When you tell me I can't tell stories. When you tell me
Hey, Chesco,
that I'm not funny.
As your friend, I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot walk in and be a fucking doctor.
No, because I make more money than the doctor does, but it's bad business move. But I'm just saying.
Not that you can, it's that you shouldn't.
Hmm?
It's not that you can't, it's that you
Hey,
shouldn't.
that shouldn't. Yeah, that shouldn't. Bad business move. Another thing. I believe
there's a lot of bad moves when it comes to that other than business, for sure.
in the pandemic.
He could have solved the whole pandemic.
In the pandemic, everybody was saying, there's a shortage of doctors. There's a shortage of nurses. And like, what are we gonna do? I know exactly what you do. Should have asked me. I could have fixed the pandemic like in 2
Let me
weeks.
ask you. We're going back to 2020,
Yeah.
2021.
When
Chesco.
there's a shortage of
There's
doctors.
a shortage of doctors. We're short on doctors. What do we do, Chesco?
Okay. I am a firm believer that if you can pull apart a carburetor and put it back together, you could do the same thing to a human.
Like Frankenstein?
Did you say carburetor?
Yeah, if you could take a car apart,
Engine.
engine, carburetor, and anything.
No, okay. There's electronic fuel injection and there's carbureted engines.
Yeah, all
so
of
he
them.
could do it.
Yeah, you could do it.
No, I cannot be a doctor. Please don't
You
put
could
that
do
out
it.
there.
If you could take a car apart and put it back together, you could do the same thing to a human.
Don't you think that the fact that the reason why they can do it to a car is because they studied it and they've done it so often that they know how to do it?
That's what I'm saying. I could learn how to do it, but I don't have the time.
Listen to me.
Okay. So,
No.
you still think
They
that-
have a head
so
start.
so by that logic, the reason why they're short in doctors and nurses is because people are not going to be.
No. If you need a quicker
What he's
doctor
saying, what
and you
he's
need a
saying is,
quicker
what he's
nurse,
saying is,
get a mechanic.
so yeah, okay.
Oh.
What he's saying is,
Well,
hold
yeah,
on. What he's saying is, a mechanic could do the job of a fucking doctor. That's why a doctor gets paid close to $200,000 a year, and a mechanic gets paid a lot less than that. But here's another thing too.
My mechanic
What
charges me.
So let me ask you a question. Let's entertain this for a second, shall we?
That's what
So,
we do here.
you go ahead and you call a fucking mechanic, right? Well, you know how many times a mechanic has fucked up a car in order to fix it? How many people you plan on fucking killing?
He's not wrong.
How many people you plan on killing before you get the doctor shit right?
No, well, get the good mechanic. All right, look. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's the first choice. But we're in the middle of a pandemic. What would you rather do? Let the people die? They're gonna die anyway. Let somebody try to fix them. I tell you, that's the order you go in. You go first doctors, second mechanics, third people like me who watch Grey's Anatomy all the time. Those are the people.
No, shouldn't it be like mechanics that watch Grey's Anatomy, then regular mechanics?
Okay, yeah. Good one. There you go.
You find a mechanic that watches Grey's Anatomy, please let me know that guy.
They're rare. That's why they go at the top.
Yeah. So doctors, mechanics that watch Grey's Anatomy.
Wait, shouldn't we put maybe the doctors that watch Grey's Anatomy above the doctors?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think
okay.
doctors go together. But like I'm telling you, I'm confident. This is a true story. My cousin is a doctor who went to Harvard, and I've watched so much Grey's Anatomy. I argue with him all the time.
I thought Harvard was a law school.
I would love to see the argument about that.
And somehow he quits and I win. I argue with him all the time.
The other day I was watching a video on Facebook, and so they tell the guy, they're like, hey man, like, how are you such a peaceful guy? Like, how come you never argue with anybody, right? He goes, because there's no reason to argue with
They were
stupid.
talking to you?
No.
Oh.
I was like trying to put the.
Was this a stranger that just?
No, it was just a video.
Oh, in the video they're asking the guy.
Okay.
And then so the guy goes, I just don't argue with stupid anymore. So that's why you win those arguments, because your cousin's like, yeah, I went to Harvard, which I thought was a law school, by the way.
No, but that would
They
make
have
sense.
a law school.
But like the guy graduated from Harvard with a doctorate, I guess, to be a fucking doctor, and you got a fucking this guy,
The
mechanic, saying, no man, so the heart doesn't go
I
there,
know
the heart
mechanic. I
goes.
just watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy.
What is one of the arguments you've had with your cousin about?
He told me that first of all that's not because I told him the same thing about the ping, and he told me that wouldn't work. I'm like, it would work. Trust me. First of all, I was right. I won that argument.
What was his reason?
He's like, it wouldn't work. I'm like, have you tried it? He's like, no. That's how do you know? Right? That was the first thing.
You don't think that somebody at one point tried it?
Well, just because this is Aaliyah, R.I.P. Aaliyah. She always said, if you fail, what do you do? Try again. Okay. He hasn't tried it.
Don't you? But maybe the reason why you failed in the first place is because you tried something dumb. So if you try the same dumb thing,
I'm telling you, I'm just saying common sense. People say common sense is not that common anymore.
I agree.
And you are definitely on that spectrum.
I just see the guy's dead. That brought him back to life. Use it when he's alive, so it'll be healthier, not just barely alive.
There's nothing healthy
I'm just
about
doing
what
it in
you're
the
saying.
spectrum.
The logic is there.
The logic is
there. The sensibility of it is not.
I'm just saying, I don't think these doctors tried enough. That's why I want Trump back. Trump would try it.
Maybe they tried it once and then knew that's not what you do.
Trump
Maybe
would
they tried
try
it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and every time the guy never came back. What is the definition of insanity?
I don't
Doing
know.
the same thing over and over again.
No,
expecting a
but when did
different
they
result.
try it? Because they haven't tried it in a while. And everybody know the life expectancy of people before was less. So if you tried it like on a 35-year-old, he was bound to die anyway.
What is the scientific proof?
What'd you say? On a 35-year-old?
Yeah, life expectancies back in like the 1640s or
I was
whatever.
about to say, like, now that's kind of...
No, that's why I said they
35
have.
is peak.
It's been about 100 years that they haven't tried this. They should try it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it would definitely
How many
work.
times should they try it?
I don't know, man. For example, let's try it on dumbass people. Clearly we don't need them that much. So it's just, I'm not saying let them go. I'm just saying it's like experiment, right? Like they experiment on rats.
Maybe that's how they figure it out. You shouldn't do it.
Oh, because rats are different than humans.
Yeah, but they experiment on rats.
Just because it works on rats. I always thought that was dumb too.
They experiment on rats?
Yeah.
Why?
Because again, we're different than humans. It's like, yeah, it worked on a rat. Means absolutely nothing to me.
Yeah, but we have a lot of similarities.
Okay, no. To me, it's like, hey, here, this is the key. It opens my door. Here, take my key to open your door.
Oh, but
Completely different.
They go through different trials of the tests.
Again, but the anatomy of a rat is different than the one on a human.
But if it didn't even work on a rat, then why would we try it on a human?
Humans are stronger than rats.
So you think because humans are stronger than rats, they're more resilient?
That don't make sense to you?
It makes sense. I agree with that.
Throw a ball at a rat.
A little ball.
No, throw a big ball at a
It has
rat.
to be proportionate.
That's what I'm saying. It's not proportional. It will never be. It will never be proportional. That's what I'm trying to say. I use common sense on everything I do. I'm sorry. I could give you 1,000 of these.
You can step on somebody's foot and they're like, ow, man. You're like, oh, okay, cool. You step on a fucking rat, he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to do it in proportions.
It will never be proportional. It's always a rat.
Yeah, but
It's always going to be small.
You can make a little person that's the same size as a rat and then step on that rat.
How am I going to make a little person like that?
Like a little toy.
And another thing, why can't we say midgets no more?
I don't understand.
Why
that.
can't you say midgets no more? Who's offended?
You know why? Because somebody watched the movie and now they're a dumbass kid.
Like, what movie?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I don't think they call them midgets there.
I'm just talking about like your theory of movies creating dumb kids.
That was a good movie.
That's more believable to you
Then going back to the
Then going
future?
back to the
Yeah,
future?
absolutely.